You're about to see a short preview of a full hidden camera video in which I approach a hot girl and ultimately charm the pants off of her. Now, you don't get to see the taking the pants off part, but you do get to see me bringing her home. If you want to get the full version of this video, it is available in my online mentorship program, and you can click the link below to learn more about that.
In this video, you're going to see me pick up a girl who is very attractive by society's standards. She's tall, she's got a great body, she looks like she could be an Instagram model. And although that's not necessarily my personal preferred type, right? That's not what I'm most attracted to. I know that's what a lot of people are attracted to, so getting some infield of that would be good. Now, there's going to be a few important key lessons to take from this infield. One is that just because she's hot and a lot of guys probably simp on her and treat her like a queen, I just treat her like any other girl. I'm not putting more effort into picking her up. I'm not putting on my A game, like doing some special extra cool techniques to trick her or something, right? To trick her into liking me. I'm talking to her the same way I talk to any other girl. With the most attractive women, you're going to find that they're actually easier to pick up than average or below average looking women, as long as you treat them normally, right? You treat them like you would treat a friend. You don't put them on a pedestal. If they feel like you're objectifying them because it's a big deal to pick them up because they're so hot, they're so special, then they're gonna be unattracted, right? But they rarely meet a guy who just talks to them like she's any other girl. And if you're able to do that, it's actually very easy to get dates, make this kind of girl your girlfriend. It might not be as desirable as you think it is in many ways, right? The type of girl that's hot by society standards is a lot more likely to have certain problems with their personality, as opposed to one that's just attractive by your personal standards, more of a girl next door type. But it's not really that difficult. It just feels difficult. And as soon as you talk to enough girls like this and you realize they have foibles, they have flaws, they have diarrhea, they have STDs, they have, unplanned pregnancies, they make a lot of mistakes, just like anyone else, just like men too. It's not like some sexist thing, but they make mistakes. They've got flaws. And they're not really that special. They're just more physically attractive. You'll realize that they're actually easier to pick up than unattractive women. I found that the least good-looking women are the most likely to give you a negative response because the way that their self-esteem is. That's the first lesson to take from this video. The next one is how I get her to invest. I get her to be the one who's picking me up, the one who's chasing me, more than I'm the one picking her up, and I'm going to explain exactly how I do that in the breakdown. With that said, let's jump into the footage.
Hello. That's my friend.
Hi,
Why?
friend. We're trying to get to Resort World.
Resorts World.
So this was after going to the club, so I am in state. I'm basically in God mode, if you will. I'm in a pretty good mood. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling social. So I've been doing a lot of approaches up to this point, and this is kind of the culmination of the night. This is right around when the club is closing, and we just happen to see two really cute girls outside kind of wandering around, and my wingman approaches, and then I approach.
Whatever, I don't fucking care. I live here. I literally live here.
Why are you going to Resorts World then?
Because I parked there, because it's free.
So right away, the vibe is that I'm challenging her a little bit, I'm teasing her a little bit, and I'm engaged, I'm passionate, but the vibe is that I'm not sure if I like you yet, but let's find out. I'm the buyer, I'm not the seller. So I'm not the one trying to sell something, trying to convince them, oh, you need to get this. I'm browsing and I'm like, this one looks intriguing, but I'm not sure if I want it. And because I'm the buyer, I know that I'm the one who's basically gets to say yes or no. That's the frame I'm coming from, and that frame of the interaction helps get the girl to start chasing you. And this should be a genuine frame. Like, you see a cute girl, sure, she's cute. That doesn't mean, A, it doesn't even mean she's going to be good in bed. B, it doesn't mean she's going to be fun to talk to. It doesn't mean she's not going to be toxic. It doesn't mean she's not going to, have all kinds of negative qualities and traits that you wouldn't want to deal with. And so you're screening to see if she's the kind of girl that you genuinely want to spend more time with.
Where am I?
It's pretty close here.
I know it's across the street, but how do I get to the street?
It's always been a problem for me. Because I've always felt...
Now she's kind of airy, like all over the place, looking around, a little fidgety. And I'm just holding strong eye contact and being a lot more still. It's kind of like I'm the oak tree and she's the squirrel running around the oak tree, right? I'm the grounded energy, and that's what sucks the other person in. That's what gets them reacting to you as opposed to you reacting to them. And generally, whoever's reacting less to the other person has more influence, they have more status in the interaction, which means they have more leverage to move it in the direction they want to move it.
Like I belong to the streets, but it's hard to find the streets.
You belong to the streets, I can tell.
I do.
All right, that was a very simple way to sexualize the interaction. She's talking about the streets, and I just say, yeah, I'm pretty sure I belong to the streets. And it's just a sarcastic comment, but it's adding a little bit of an emotional spike, and it's bringing it towards a sexual direction without being aggressive or weird.
That's what my ex-wife always said.
No. How old are you?
How old do I look?
You look like you could be...
All right, when she says, how old are you? I say, how old do I look? It's a simple way to get her to invest a little more, to put a little more effort into it, as opposed to just answering the question. I'm getting her to put, take an extra step to get the answer. That's something you don't want to do every time a girl asks a question, but it is a nice little technique to get someone to invest more in the interaction.
But you also look like you could be old. You know what I mean?
Which one?
You're old. Because you've been married. 27.
You could be.
27.
First of all, that's the old guess. I appreciate
No,
that.
literally, I'm 21, so I'm like old to me. It's like... Give me,
Moisturizer.
what's his name? Bill Skarsgård? The guy who played It?
I mean, yeah, it's hot. Like, I like that. That's a sexy clown. Oh yeah. Ooh.
Okay, so I'm kind of pretending to take offense to what she's saying, but in a playful way. Now, if I genuinely took offense, that would be very unattractive, but it's kind of like self-deprecation. She's saying, you look like the guy who played It. Oh, I'm a sexy clown. Wow, thanks a lot. I'm just being playful. I'm being not showing that I don't take myself seriously, and also bringing the conversation towards emotion. By having an emotional reaction, it's making the conversation more engaging as opposed to being too flat and too logical.
He is, but you said it. Like, it's like if you said, like, you remind me of Leonardo DiCaprio, but in the one where he played the kid.
Gilbert. What's
Even Gilbert? It's like, you're like Leo, but
like
in that movie.
Okay, that was a good example of free association paying off. Just having that skill set, which is something that I've practiced. The exercises are on the Italian Girl infield poll. You can see the free association exercises that I have. Also watching comedy, watching stand-up specials, watching shows like Community and Arrested Development where there's a lot of witty humor. That's paid off. And also just doing a lot of approaches. You get better at free association. That was just a very simple associative joke about, funny enough, I did used to get compared to What's Eating Gilbert Grape to Leo DiCaprio when he played kid. So that's why that came to my mind. And you'll notice she reacts very well. She actually is touching my arm there, which is a huge indicator of interest. Whenever a girl's touching you before you've touched her, that's a huge sign that she's interested in you.
That's what it's like. I'll put it this way. For my age, I should be
what else? No, that's not even comparable because what else has that guy been in? He was
Leo
in
or Bill?
Bill. He was in one other show, which was also a Stephen
Is he
King
Alexander
show.
Skarsgård's
Yes,
brother?
little brother.
You know what? I'm okay with that because Alexander Skarsgård is so hot that his brother has to at least be half as hot,
no,
right?
he's really hot. Like, he's really hot. I didn't know if he knew who he was, so I was like, It.
Don't tell him that. That's so insulting. You come up with the like, you look like the clown from It. Oh, he looks like a magician.
She said my friend looks like a magician. And again, I'm just making it emotional by adding kind of a judgment to it, saying that it's a negative thing, that you're calling my friend a magician. Who finds that attractive? And just look at the way she's reacting. She's like clapping and like that's what gets a feminine reaction, is that judging function. By having a judgment towards something, positive or negative. Negative tends to get a stronger reaction, but you have to be careful with it. If it's judging her in a way that she's going to take personally, that's not going to work. But as long as it's playful, that's what gets the strongest emotional spikes.
Like, what guy ever wants to say, oh, I'm like a magician?
Look, I'm being honest.
What magician has ever been sexy? Exactly.
No. Chris Angel.
To some people,
hot.
weirdo.
I think, you know what? I think he's hot.
I hate it. I hate
I've dated magicians since I lived here, so I can't judge
I mean, dated
anybody.
magicians.
You know, I've dated like 5, so
You've dated 5 magicians?
yeah.
You should apply to Guinness World Records. Because I think most magicians are virgins, so the fact that you dated 5 is probably a record.